Subscribe now! Alright, I'm so excited to do this video. As you all know, I'm just a big time horror junkie. It's my jam, that's my go-to. I'm trying to not do too many horror films on my channel, but this one I need to do it. There's so many top 10 lesser known horror facts, top facts about horror films, all this and all that. And it's all the same ones. Like each and every time, it's so recycled. I want to do a little bit more updated one, focus maybe more on newer horror films from my generation, you millennials. Love you. I'm gonna start off, we all know about the younger actors who started off like George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio. They all got their start in horror films. But what about people behind the scenes? What about directors? Director Scott Derrickson, most known for doing Doctor Strange, actually directed Hellraiser Inferno as one of his first big roles. If you know the Hellraiser franchise, it was the first one to go direct to DVD, where they started doing the cop plot lines and it wasn't as entertaining. But even so, the directing in those was always pretty good. And yeah, who would have known 15 years later that low budget straight to DVD horror film would be a Marvel MCU director behind it. As well, Bob Clark, the director of the classic A Christmas Story, got his start directing more of a classic to me, Black Christmas from 1976, arguably the true first slasher film. Fight me on that one. Yeah, next time you watch A Christmas Story, picture that dark son of a bitch killing everybody. Other directors include Zack Snyder, Steven Spielberg. Yeah. Some of you may already know this, and good for you. Jackie Earle Haley, who plays Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, went to audition in the original Nightmare on Elm Street for a role, also encouraging and bringing his friend along who did not want to be an actor, Johnny Depp, who ended up getting a role, and as you all know, he went on to be... The film Jaws obviously has so many Easter eggs behind it. Big one, just to get out of the way, the shark from Finding Nemo was named after the shark from Jaws, Bruce. Good name. Also the same name as Steven Spielberg's lawyer. That's how he got the idea. Yeah, I feel that, you fucking lawyers. As well, Richard Dreyfuss plays Matt Hooper in the film. He was actually reprised the role later on in his career, the Piranha remake, playing a character named Matt Boyd. The only reason why I wasn't Matt Hooper was for legal reasons. The reason why I took the role? To make so much money. The production of Jaws was horrendous, and one of the biggest reasons Steven Spielberg to make the small ocean they're filming out at feel much bigger, more scenic and everything. Whenever there was a ship in the background, they had to wait until that ship passed to film a scene. The Strangers Prey at Night comes out this week. I'm excited to go see it. The original one was famous because it was inspired by true events, and most people say it's based off the Manson films, but go up and look at the Ketty Cabin Story. That one is just horrendous. It's the real true story that The Strangers was based off of. It keeps me up. When I first read about it, I told my friends about it around a campfire. The lead detective on it, he said true evil exists in this world, and on that night in that cabin, it did. Alright, so in 1968, spoiler alert, Janet Leigh was a top-billed actress in the movie Psycho. She was killed off in the opening half. Scream decided out the ante. They cast Drew Barrymore, the most well-known name on the cast, and they killed her in the opening scene. The TV series wanted to follow. Being lesser, it took a Vine star, and at the time the most followed to and subscribed person to on Vine, Lele Pons, and they killed her off in the opening scene. Vine was quickly killed off shortly after. For the record, she was my fucking favorite Viner. I also had like the biggest crush on her. So we'll talk about the biggest horror film of all time, It. I'm not going to mention, I gotta mention it. The novel actually has a gangbang scene. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll include another fun fact about the 2017 version of It. The Fate and the Furious, in its first 24 hours, had the most viewed teaser trailer at 138 million. Until It came out, in its first 24 hours, it had 197 million views. The first two VHS films are anthology and found footage, and unbelievably fantastic. They were really great and very enjoyable. So fun fact about the third one, VHS Viral, it ruined a date night with me and Double D Sam. Sure, I still got a little hot and heavy at one point, but it could have been so much better and less awkward because of that stupid fucking film. One of the low-key more enjoyable horror franchises over the years has been the Wrong Turn movies. The only one to go into theaters was in 2003. It was the first one. The second one is extremely underrated sequel. Henry Rollins plays an amazingly cool badass in it. The third and fourth, they kind of happen. The fourth, fifth, and sixth are actually prequels. Doug Bradley plays Maynard, Oldtimer, aka also Pinhead, and the fifth one. The kills in these are why I keep watching. Some of them are extremely graphic and gory. There is a flaming bull. There's a woman being held down with a blade to her neck while her legs are torn apart right after having sex. And then also they get a little comical, but you know what? If you want some decent slasher fucking films, you watch a Wrong Turn franchise, you're welcome. The film The Green Inferno is about a protest group that goes to the rainforest to protect the tribes that belong to it, but so it doesn't get cut down. But on their way back, the plane crashes and they are held captive and eaten by the tribes they were trying to save. It is directed by the beautiful motherfucker Eli Roth, and some of the tribe members in it were part of an actual tribe that was so far from civilization they never saw movies before. So before filming, Eli Roth figured, hey, I'm going to show them all the cannibal holocaust. Fun upcoming fact, Hollywood nailed it this time, guys, and not Harvey style. The director of The Witch, Robert Eggers, which was extremely disturbing, chilling, but more suspenseful and calm, slow burn. He is booked to direct the remake of Nosferatu, and I cannot be more excited for that. Daniel Kaluuya got an Oscar nomination for Best Actor for his portrayal in Get Out. I don't think it was Oscar-worthy, the portrayal, but it is overly impressive, especially when you include the fact that he is actually British and throughout filming hid his accent. Yeah, you did not see that one coming. Thank you for putting up with my shit. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And check me out on Instagram at sweet_glutes. If you want more horror shit, please let me know. Include your fun fucking horror facts. Last fact, Tiffany Helm, the metal chick Violet from Friday the 13th Part 5. She is the real-life daughter of Brooke Bundy, who plays the mother on Nightmare on Elm Street. That metal rocker chick look, oh, I fucking love it.